Hey everyone. Today we are going to talk about attraction and what makes you attracted to other people. And then once that attraction develops, it turns into love, and we'll be discussing the first stages of love. And then once that love develops, we'll talk about Sternberg's triangular theory of love and how those different pillars will affect the kind of relationship that you have. So I'm first going to be showing you a video on attraction, and he explains a little bit more of what attraction is. So enjoy.
Have you ever felt like you weren't pretty enough for the person you want? Or that the person you want is so desirable and so attractive that they have so many options, why would they choose you? I recently asked my Fast Track members, what was a moment with a guy where you realized you were deeply attracted to him? Here's what they said. A mother was pushing her stroller across the street and didn't notice when a blanket fell out. Without hesitation, the guy I was on a date with grabbed it, caught up to her, and gave it back. The guy I was seeing stayed over for the first time. The next morning, I went to make us coffee, and when I came back to the bedroom, he had made my bed. Me and a guy were taking a walk one day, and he spontaneously asked me, "What are 2 things you're grateful for?" It made me so attracted to the positive way he looked at life. I also asked a handful of guys for these moments where they felt deeply attracted to a woman. Here's what a couple of them said. I mentioned a book that meant a lot to me, and a week later, I found out that she not only had bought a copy, but had started reading it for herself. I was speaking on the phone to the woman I was seeing, and her friends had just invited her out that night. She told me that she said no to them because she wanted to stay in and finish a work project that was important to her. I was on a date watching the movie Interstellar, and I was trying not to cry during an emotional scene. I looked over to see if she'd noticed me, but her eyes were glued to the screen and she was already crying.
All right, now that you know what attraction is and what people are attracted to, I interviewed 5 different couples, and they are going to tell us why they are attracted to each other. So the 5 things, or the 5 different points of attraction. The first one is physical attractiveness. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Looks wise, people tend to think people that have symmetrical faces are more attractive than people without symmetrical faces. The second one is proximity. So if you live closer by, you're more likely to be attracted to that person or like that person. The third one is exposure. This one talks about the more time we spend with someone, the more we like them. It's kind of that whole acquired taste idea. The fourth one is similarity. So we tend to like people and be attracted to people that have the same values as us, that like the same movies, same music, just have the same taste in different things. And the last one is called the liking effect. That one talks about how we tend to like people that like us. Kenzie, why are you attracted to Bobby?
So many reasons, really. I guess it started, ours is definitely the liking effect. He liked me first and persisted until I liked him, really.
Bobby?
Mine's exposure. First I couldn't stand her, but then it got over, and now she just can't keep her arms off of me.
So initially it was attractiveness, obviously, and then similarity as I got to know her more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah, I would probably say the same. I mean, definitely the similarity thing was something I think I noticed first. Not that you're not attracted. But yeah, we had a lot in common, so I think that also helped.
Bob, why were you attracted to Denise?
Just look at her. I mean, isn't every man attracted to her? First time I met her, she was wearing this nice little tight little yellow dress at church. Ow! And that was all over for me. And then we started hanging out, and not hanging out, but started dating, and found out that she liked nothing that I like doing. But we finally changed, and now we have been together for 31 years, last April. Wow. Nobody would have ever thought that, but...
Denise? What? Why are you attracted to Bob?
Look at his face. Handsome. Of course, he didn't always have gray hair. He was tall, dark, and handsome. And all I wanted to do was make out with him.
Because she's physically attractive.
Okay. Sabrina, why are you attracted to Hans?
She's a babe.
Because we have a connection.
How so?
I would say number 4 was, what was number 4?
Similarity.
Similarity. I think we both, when we met many, many years ago, we had similar goals, and he was very handsome. And I still see that same guy after all those years. So also attraction.
Okay, Brett, why were you attracted to Shelly?
I was never attracted to her. I haven't been. I never. No, I was. I was attracted to her at first. I thought she was very cute, but it was not the liking effect. It was the not liking effect. I did not like her, and she did not like me. But after time, we grew to like each other, and now it's been like almost 30 years.
So yeah, mine was exposure as well. My friend liked him. My cousin.
Everybody else liked me. Everybody liked me.
No one liked you. And so my cousin liked him. And so we would go to where he worked. He was a DJ and a bartender. And so we would always go hang out there. So the exposure of always being around Brett, then I'm like, okay, he's not so bad after all.
I'm an acquired taste.
Yeah. Exposure and acquired taste. There you go.
All right, now that we've covered attraction, we are going to be talking about love.
Hell for love. Good times.
And in the early stages of love, it is characterized as intense physical arousal. So you're fantasizing about the other person, how you want to spend your life with them. It can also be different or swings of emotion. So you're super happy one minute when they're texting you, and then you're super depressed and confused the next minute when they haven't texted you back for 10, 15 minutes. And then they text you back and you go back up again. Also, you tend to minimize the negative qualities and accentuate the person's good qualities. So you focus on the good and cut out the bad. All right, now that we've talked about the earlier stages of love, we're going to get into the deeper parts. This dude Sternberg, he has this theory, and it's called the triangular theory of love. And in this, there are 3 parts to it. There's intimacy, passion, and commitment. And I figured since we're talking about love, I invited a guest speaker, and who better to ask than my husband. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to explain the different aspects of it, the different pillars, and then he is going to give an example of how he sees this in our marriage. Okay, so the first pillar is intimacy, and this is when two people they have feelings of closeness or connectedness or kind of a special bond between them. So, Chase, how have you seen this in our marriage?
I think it is when maybe one of us is going through some hard times or we're struggling with something, and the other person kind of talks to them and is able to uncover what the real deep issue is, and that we have a level of trust in each other, and we care about each other and really try to help each other to be happy and work through any challenges that we have. Awesome.
So the second point or second pillar of this theory is passion, and this is the drive that leads to romance, physical attraction. So Chase, how have you seen this in our marriage? All right, moving on. The third one, commitment. So this is the decision that one person loves the other, and they're deciding that they're going to continue to love them and commit to that person, that they will maintain that love. How have you seen this?
We're married. Yeah, well, I think, that was a big step in our relationship and getting married and planning on being married forever. And I think it just showed that we're committed to each other and that we don't plan on changing that ever.
True. All right. Well, guys, this has been it. Hope
Thanks
you
for
learned a lot.
having
Welcome. Hope you learned a lot. We learned about attraction, early stages of love, and the deeper stages of love.